pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, that's the sound from the bathroom. That's what they got. And that's a real sound your butt can make. Trust me. I've heard it in many a bathroom stall, just kind of hanging out silent, and then all of a sudden, pow! Oh my God! Wow! I'm so sorry you had to go through that, sir.
What's up, everybody? I'm Zap, and this is Jericho, and we are the now 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music duo band in Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely Californian, and you are now tuned in to the Life of Circus podcast, where we talk about food.
I'm with it.
Can we just end it there?
Yeah, that's fine.
And go get something to eat?
Look, I am very hungry.
No, we talk about everything that's funny, interesting, and ridiculous. So before we talk about food, because I'm ready for this topic so much, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with someone who likes food. Okay, now look.
Talk to me, man. It's your boy in the building.
Now, I'm a pretty healthy fellow, I will admit. You are quite skinnier than I am. You do all that workout and stuff. I work out too, but I don't think I go as hardcore as you.
I like it. So there we
go. But as a close second to music, food is one of our greatest pastimes. And
absolutely. Amen, brother.
Like, I understand why people are big.
Me too. Yeah, me too. 100%. Like, no judgment.
Yeah, no judgment. I may giggle from time to time, but I understand, like, completely. Yes. This the stuff that they're making now is just out of control. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of the topic of today's podcast is some of the craziest restaurants in America. Oh yeah, man. These are places that we got to put on the bucket list. We got to visit them. You got to do it at least one time, man.
Please.
So I got a list of 5. These are I went through a few of them, and then these are kind of like the top 5 most interesting places that I'm trying to check out.
Okay.
At least once. The first place is this. This is Boulder, Colorado.
Okay, I like Colorado too.
And this is called Casa Bonita. Have you ever heard that name before?
I've heard of that concept, but never of like an establishment called Casa Bonita. No.
What do you mean concept?
Like a pretty house, like
just the straight translation.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you saw this, but there was this episode in South Park where
okay.
It was either like Stan or Kyle or like having a birthday. One of them. And they had a guest list, and of course Cartman was excluded because he's a terrible person. But
there we go.
But his parents were like, well, if someone can't make it, then you can go. And Butters was on the guest list, and so
I remember that episode.
Yeah, he basically told Butters that the world was ending and like put him in a trash can or something.
Yeah, I remember.
So that he could go to Casa Bonita, and
now I remember. Yeah, I remember that episode very well.
And the kid is just missing for days, and he's just sitting in the car like, "Well, hope you guys find him."
Yeah.
And he can't wait to go to Casa Bonita. They find out what he did like right as he gets to the door.
Yes,
and then he just takes off and runs. It just goes. And he does everything that's in Casa Bonita. And I thought that was fake until I found the actual place. It's an actual place, and it's exactly like they described it on South Park. Okay. So it's a Mexican themed restaurant, but it's in this like little strip area, but it as you can see, it's a pretty big building.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. It's basically like a theme park kind of vibe inside. So it doesn't look like much from the outside, but when you go inside, this is what you're looking at.
That's unexpected, but it looks a lot like this place in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It reminded me, because as you can see at the top, it's like at first I thought it was outside, but then I realized like that's the roof. It just feels like you're outside. and it reminded me of the Venetian in Vegas.
You know, I mean, it looks exactly like the place in Vegas. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. It's like it feels outside, but you're really inside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
There's two levels to it. It's basically it's like a combination restaurant amusement park vibe, and it looks like really cool. I wouldn't lock a kid up in a trash can for like 3 days to be here,
Sure.
but I would,
And that's jail. You don't want that.
yeah. But yeah, that's kind of vibe. And then this other part, which is also in the South Park episode, is 100% true, is that they have a waterfall inside the restaurant.
Is it the same people that make like it looks exactly like the place in Vegas?
Oh, okay. Is it the Venetian or is it some other place that you saw?
Let me think. I have to look. I have to look.
Okay. Well, yeah, the last thing Cartman does was get in this waterfall and then jump off into the pool.
I
And they
remember.
were like, "Was it worth it?" The police come was like, "Was it worth it?" He was like, "Yeah." And I've seen pictures of people. I feel like you can jump off into the pool like if you want to. Like it's totally a thing you can do. Um,
Interesting.
so yeah, that's Mexican cuisine. Even if the food, I sure the food is amazing. Mexican food in Texas, I'm like, you
We said
can't mess.
Colorado, right?
Oh no, I keep thinking Texas because I'm thinking of another place. Yeah, Colorado. Um, but I'm sure the food is amazing. So if it matches like the atmosphere,
Hopefully,
it,
yeah.
I'm sure it's just this place is ridiculous. Um, so yeah, that's number five. Number four on the list. Now I'm ready to Texas.
Okay.
That is a 72-ounce steak.
Everything's bigger in Texas, man. Come on now.
Yeah, it is bigger, but good lord. So this is the Big Texan. And this is one of those places where, like, if you eat the meal, it's free.
Yeah.
So this is on the table here. You got a 72-ounce steak, house salad, a baked potato, shrimp cocktail, and a buttered dinner roll. And if you finish that, then the meal is on the house.
That's too much. That's
That's
too much. Like it
that's
looks good. I mean, I'd share that with like 5 people I know, but like
yeah,
that's a lot. And I've watched this people do those challenges. There's this one really small lady that goes around doing specifically like steak challenges. She's
yes.
tiny and she'll take down 2 of those. I'm like, yo, that's inhuman. But I'm sure it's delicious. So I want to
It's
try it.
always the smallest people. I don't understand physically how that works.
They stretch their stomachs with water. I mean, that's what they say. It still doesn't make any sense to me, but
Yeah, like I couldn't even. I could probably do a quarter of that.
yeah.
Is possible, but that's the Big Texan. If
Okay,
you
I'm
want to
with
go
it.
down there and try it, that's the one in Texas that
I'm ready to
I'm gonna
go.
rate Texas. Um,
I'm
if
ready
you
to
want
go
to get down and try
yesterday.
that, the third one is one that we've talked about before, and that's the Heart Attack Grill in
Ah,
Las Vegas.
that spot. I mean,
So this is a real picture.
yeah, yeah.
This is what they call their octuple bypass burger. It's 8 burgers stacked on top of each other with 40 strips of bacon.
Respect.
America.
Look, the owner of that place used to be this nutritionist, and then he was like, you know what? I can make much more money killing people, and that's seriously what he did. Good for him.
That's a wild story.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is 20,000 calories. This burger right
God.
here. I don't know if this is a. I don't know if this is the one where you can, if you eat it, you can eat free. But I know for sure it's like if you're over 350 pounds, you eat free there
Yeah,
as
but they
well.
don't pay your hospital bill later, do they?
They do not. In
Uh-huh.
fact, that's a good segue. They only take literally. This is a real, I guess, quote. I won't say quote, but it's a
Uh-huh.
real thing in their place. They only take cash because if you die, they don't want you to die before the check clears. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense.
Have you been inside there, or you
I've been
just heard
past.
about
I've stepped on that scale, but I'm like, and I'm not the hugest like burger fan. But if I
it?
eat a burger, it's got to be kind of gourmet. But like, I've watched people waddling. They waddling. They know it. They ain't shamed. They ain't scared. They get put on that hospital there. The whole attire, like instead of a bib, you put the
Yes,
hospital gown on you.
that's what I was going to say because I walked past it too, but I've never been inside, and I heard some stuff about the inside that's interesting. So, yeah, like you said, they refer to their customers as patients,
I don't like.
and they put on the hospital gown or whatever, and the staff is dressed up like doctors and nurses, instead of like the wait staff. That's how they're dressed. Um, and if you don't finish your food, you are spanked with a wooden paddle.
Well, some people would go just for that, but the thing is, I don't. I'm not a big. I'm a much for food because I'm a foodie, but like quality over quantity. But then
Mhm.
if quantity can be there too, that's cool. Like I like a lot of good food, but I'd rather it be tastier than that.
Yeah,
Looks dry and
yes,
eh, eh,
yeah.
eh.
It's,
Okay,
it's it's definitely a gimmick place.
good for them.
Um, this next one, ooh, it might be near and dear to us too.
Let's find out.
This is Jake Melnick's in Chicago,
Hey, Shutdown. Okay.
and there, one of the cook is cooking one of their famous wings. They have a quadruple X hot wing or something like that.
Oh man.
So you got four different peppers going on in here, and they're not the mild kind either. So this is a combination of ghost pepper, habanero peppers,
Mm.
Carolina Reaper,
Well,
and something I never heard before, Trinidad scorpion peppers.
yeah, that's a thing for sure.
So all four of them bad boys are in those wings. Um,
I'm scared for my future self because I would try it 100%. I would try it
oh yeah,
and
we're
then
if we
regret
go to Chicago, we're trying this.
and just regret, just all the regret in the world. I know, like I'm sweating on the inside just thinking about tasting that, and I know how bad it's going to be. But like,
It
it
looks
looks as a
tasty.
good presentation in that little
Yeah.
basket there. But
Um, the good
mm,
thing is, if you order this and you're having a hard time, they have a restaurant bell that you can ring, and they'll bring you milk, vanilla ice cream, oranges, or bread to your table to
that's thoughtful.
help you get through it.
Thoughtful, I suppose, but also, are they going to pay your hospital bill afterwards? That's it. So is it one of those you have to sign a waiver for it, or they just have it?
I don't know, but I feel like you should. That's a lot
Uh-huh.
of peppers.
God,
I'm familiar with all of those except for this Trinidad scorpion pepper.
I don't think I've tried it, but I've heard of it. I know it's bad. Gosh.
um, as an aside note, they also have chicken tenders with where the flavors are medium spicy, and then they have a flavor called firecracker that is. I don't know if I would try it, but I would love to see you try it just to see what firecracker means.
Well, I'm pretty sure firecracker more refers to the exit, not the entry. That's what I feel like.
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, that's the sound from the bathroom. That's what they got it, and that's a real sound your butt can make. Trust me. I've heard it in many a bathroom stall, just kind of hanging out silent, and then all of a sudden, pop! Oh my god! Wow! I'm so sorry. You had to go through that, sir
Oh
or
man.
ma'am. I don't know which bathroom I'm in, but
That's a
like,
whole other episode, man. This is sounds you heard in the public bathroom.
oh
Yo,
no, I don't want to go into that. That's some
I'm
PS.
talking, yeah, and the bigger the event, like the more like just chaos is happening in the bathroom.
There's even like, I don't want to call it like a. Why are we talking about this? Look, there's this one thing where it's like a detonation, but you kind of hear like a boom, and all of a sudden it's like, yo, Must have had the wings.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard what I thought were gunshots. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh my god.
That sounds spicy. Oof.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. That was. I'm laughing so hard because that was recent. When I went to
Mm-hmm.
Vegas, man, I heard some stuff. Man,
Oh yeah.
I seen some things. Man,
But I
reminded
don't
me
want
of
you don't want to see
Vietnam.
them things. Hearing them is bad enough.
Um, all right, this is getting way long. So so that was 5, 4, 3, and 2. So 5 was Casa Bonita. 4 was the Big Texan and the 72-ounce steak. 3 was a Heart Attack Grill in Vegas. 2
Mm-hmm.
is right here at Jake Melnick's in Chicago. And number 1
Número uno.
is this place. Does this look familiar to you? Have you seen people walking around looking like this?
There's a surfboard that says dicks above them.
Yes.
Does that
That's
have
one.
anything to do with? Oh, and the guy with the what is happening here?
I don't know, man. It's called Dick's Last Resort. Uh, I've never heard of it before or been to it, but it's in multiple cities, multiple states, and basically their whole thing is that uh, they are the opposite of customer service. So basically, once you get in there, they're,
Oh, okay.
the waiters and waitresses are just roasting you.
I've heard of places like I didn't know if that's the only one or if there's, but I've heard that's the point of certain spots.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. There's other places like this, but this is a pretty popular chain. Um, they make these funny hats for you when you come in, and then they just say like just funny, degrading stuff. Like
Mhm.
um, it's like that. This one guy on the left is like sit in this chair if you're too old or something,
Okay.
or like they just write stupid comments and sarcastic remarks, um, like on your hat, make you wear a paper hat and all this kind of stuff.
Let's see.
So that's Dick's. Now the thing here, you were talking about food challenges. This is even crazier than the Big Texan.
Hmm.
So this is their food challenge. They bring you 2 large steaks, and I quote, Dick's huge 12-inch wiener. That's what it's called. Macho nacho appetizer, house salad, double portion of cheddar mashed taters, and a double order of broccoli. That bill will run you around $80. But if you finish it in an hour, it's free.
My first thought was, how fat are we getting? My second thought is, for $80, that sounds kind of reasonable, honestly. Even if you had to
Mhm.
pay for it, that's a lot of food.
Yeah. And as I was looking this up, I found a girl on YouTube named Raina Wang, and she got everything. Tiny little Asian girl.
Hmm.
She got all that stuff. The waiter timed her. She finishes an hour, it's free. Bro, she took that down in 30 minutes.
Wow.
I'm talking like plates were clean, not a drop of food left.
Uh-huh.
2 steaks, a 12-inch hot dog, a full nacho appetizer, house salad, double portion of cheddar mashed taters, and a double portion of broccoli.
It's like I like eating, but I like it when it's pleasurable. I think if you get full at a certain point, from what I understand about those people that eat a lot, they just have to ignore that. I want to throw this up. I feel like crap. Like you got to ignore all of it and just kind of deal. But I'm like, that's not fun. I want to eat and be happy the whole time.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you could just go to the spot and get the experience and not
But
eat.
are they like trashing you the whole time while you
Oh
do it?
yeah, yeah, it's great. I think it'd be a great birthday spot. Um, yeah, and
Huh.
they I'll show some more pictures of like things that people wrote. Um,
Okay.
but it's from everyone that I saw, it was like very clever,
Interesting.
like just degrading you, like
I know
you
there's
know.
a place in Chicago like that too. I mean, I'm sure there's more, there's multiple, like we said, but
Mhm.
it's a weird idea, but it seems like fun for
Yeah,
sure.
if you have tough skin and you like that kind of stuff, like
Mm.
I probably wouldn't go there. It'd be fun if you went there by mistake and you were like, you didn't know that was the whole thing. It's like 1 star review, 1 star
Mhm.
review for this restaurant. They called me a fat ninny compoop.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they say.
Yeah. Well, this has been the longest episode of Life Circus podcast ever. Partially because we talked about people doing crazy stuff in the bathroom.
Well, that's the topic unto itself.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with people who like food and eating crazy food. These are 5 places. Do we miss some places that are cool that we should visit? Let us know in the comments. And make sure you eat responsibly, because don't eat responsibly, you get too fat. And if you get too fat, you won't be able to walk or drive or do anything else. If you can't walk, drive, or do anything else, you can't go to work. You can't go to work. You lose your job. They're going to take it from you. 30-minute episode.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.